Welcome to the Elevate Media Podcast with your host, Chris Anderson. In this show, Chris and his guests will share their knowledge and experience on how to go from zero to successful entrepreneur. They have built their businesses from scratch and are now ready to give back to those who are just starting. Let's get ready to learn, grow, and elevate our businesses. And now, your host, Chris Anderson.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Elevate Media Podcast. I'm Chris Anderson, your host. Today, I want to talk about how you can improve your video podcast episodes if you have under 1,000 subscribers or listeners. Let's get into it. So if you have under 1,000 subscribers, you might be wondering, what can I do to improve my videos on YouTube or my podcast episodes that are out there? And so I'm going to share with you the 3 ways that you can improve what you're doing, how to grow your channel, and how to grow your listenership. The first one is obviously your episodes or videos need to have more compelling topics. So you want to pick things that your audience actually wants to hear, that's relevant, that's relatable, and that they can learn from and they can implement to improve their situations. So you want to make sure your topics tie in with what your audience actually wants to hear or listen to. The second one is you're going to want to improve your titles and your thumbnails. So these are tied together because your titles need to be attractive and be clear on what the episode's going to be about. You want them to go to it and know exactly what they're going to get when they listen to the episode. And you don't want to use a whole bunch of words, extra words. You want it to be clear and concise. And then with your thumbnail, you just want to have a few items on there. You want it to, again, to be clear. You want it to pop and only have like 3 different things on there, like an image, a graphic, and then the title. You don't want to get it really cluttered, just like your podcast logo. So make sure the title is clear, short, concise, and your thumbnail is the same. And then the third tip that you can increase viewership and listenership to your channel is to make sure your intro is grabbing their attention and not super long. So you want to get right to the point and you want to hook them in with your intro. So you want to get them interested really fast and then get right into it. You don't want your intro to be super long and boring and drawn out because attention spans are not very long nowadays. And so you're going to lose people. So make sure your intro gets them engaged. Tell them what you're going to tell them right away or what they're going to get right away from the episode, or just make it super interesting that they're like, oh, I want to continue and listen on. But then get right into the main information and keep them interested throughout. So make sure you actually provide the information that your title says is going to be in the video. So those are 3 ways that you can increase your channel or your show's listenership. If you don't have that many subscribers, these things will all help you improve what you're doing, bring new listeners in, new viewers in, and help you grow. So take away what you learned in this episode, implement it, and start seeing growth in your channel and with your show. And until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Thank you for listening to the Elevate Media Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. See you in the next episode.